Hey guys, welcome back. So for today's tutorial, I am going to be using the Anastasia Subculture palette. This is one of my favorite palettes, and I really stepped out of my comfort zone today by using a white eyeliner for the cut crease. It's a little bit more of a complicated look. It's not like super easy. There are a few steps to it, but I was really, like, I had this vision in my mind that I wanted to use these colors, and then I also wanted to include a white eyeliner, which is my very first time. Today, you're gonna see me on camera using it for the very first time. And to top it off, I do like one eye better than the other just because I guess I was a little bit like, I don't want to mess up. So I ended up doing one a little bit thicker than this one. This one came out really nice. So this eye is my favorite eye. But yeah, so I wanted to use that palette, and I also wanted to use the NYX eyeliner. I used the NYX one. It's by NYX. How many times am I going to say NYX? White liquid liner, that's it. And it is by NYX. So I got it at Ulta if you're interested in that eyeliner. But yeah, so anyways, let's get right into the tutorial part. Alrighty, so I'm going to start off with this color from the NYX palette, and it's just the same one I've been using lately to set my primer because it's my skin tone color. Then I'm using this color from the Prism palette and applying this on the outer corner of my eye, and then working towards the inner part of my eye and also on the top because it's going to work as my transition shade. I'm also making sure that I really get it into the inner corner. Here I'm adding a second layer of that eyeshadow, just building up the color slowly. Next, I'm going to use my foundation to do the cut crease, and I'm going to do a half cut crease. I really like this foundation for that. I feel like it's not like super light like a concealer would be. And I'm going to use my Pixie Mist and the ColourPop palette using this shade right here in the middle. It has a pink tone to it once it hits the light. At points, like whenever you first look at it, it looks like I'm missing some eyeshadow, but it is all even. It just looks that way because whenever it hits the light. Next, I'm going to use Obsidian from the Prism palette and packing that on the outer corner of my eye. Once it hits the other eyeshadow, it just looks purple. I don't know why, but it looks so nice. I really like the way that this black does that on top of a glitter. I did a different look with it, and I did the same thing. It just looks really nice on top of a glitter. So now I'm just taking a clean brush and blending out the outer part of the eye, and I'm also going to clean up the bottom part because I had a lot of fallout with that black. So now I'm using the matte NYX liquid eyeliner and doing a big wing, a really thick wing. You can barely see it on the outer part because I'm wearing a black eyeshadow, but I still like it to show up. Like, I really want it to show up. And then I kind of, you know, messed up a little bit right there, so I am cleaning it up with foundation. I kind of like made it just a little bit thick. It was just like a little dot, so I'm just applying foundation to clean up that part. So now I'm going back to the color that I used for transition and applying that on my lower lash line. And I'm just putting on another layer of it so that way it can really show up. And now I'm using the black shade and I'm applying that really close to my lower lashes. I will be going in with a black eyeliner on my waterline, and I just like it to look really smoked out there. I also like how dark it will look once I put on my lashes, like how dark it looks on the outer corner of the eye. I don't know, I just really like the way that that looks. And so now I'm using the ColourPop eyeshadow, and this one looks a little bit pink. I think I told you that earlier. But I'm applying that same shade on the brow bone highlight and also on the inner corner. Now I'm just going to curl my eyelashes and apply the L'Oreal Paradise Mascara. Now I'm going over the eyeliner because I like it to look really black, and sometimes I get a little bit of eyeshadow whenever I'm like going back and forth. So now I'm using the NYX eyeliner, and I didn't realize that it was focusing mainly on the eyeliner itself instead of the application of it. But there you can see the way that it looks close up, and I really like the way that this eye turned out. It just looks a lot better than the first eye, well, than the other eye. And now I'm just putting on some falsies. So now I'm going to use the Amazing Cosmetics Illuminating Primer and applying that all over my face. It just gives me a little bit of a glow before my foundation. And for foundation, I'm going to use the Infallible Pro Glow. For some reason, I I said it on camera what foundation I was going to use. I don't know why. I already knew I wanted to do the voiceover, but whatever, you know, you got that part live while I was filming. So I'm just blending it out with this brush, and then I'm using the L'Oreal Pro Glow Concealer underneath my eyes, and then I'm going to blend it out with one of those little oval brushes too. I first go in with the small one to get really detailed, and then I go in with the big one because I feel like it blends it out a lot better. Now I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette and setting my under eye area. And I'm using the MAC Pressed Powder for all over my face to set my entire foundation. And I'm going back to this palette for my contouring. I really did like a harsh contour, like a really defined contour. Let's call it defined, let's not say harsh. And I'm using a different brush all over the hairline. It helps me blend it a little bit better whenever I use that big fluffy one. And then I cleaned up the contours so that would look nice and clean with a powder. And I'm just removing it and using the stipple brush to help me blend everything together, so that way it's not like super intense. And I'm using the Amazing Cosmetics primer again, and I'm using that as highlight, like for a base for the highlight. So I'm gonna go in with this one. This one is by MAC, and I just like to sometimes apply it on top of a liquid, so that way it makes it just a little bit more intense. And I'm gonna go in with this Kat Von D liquid lipstick. It's just a nude lipstick. I think it went really well with this look. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, I know it took a little bit more steps, but it's honestly not even that complicated. Like, I mean, it takes a little bit more work, but it's not that hard. I try to explain step by step each time I do a tutorial, so that way you can do it yourself. If you want to recreate it, maybe you want to use different colors, but I try to explain each step so that way you know exactly what I'm doing. And I also want to say thanks for the recommendations in my last tutorial. I asked you guys about a lipstick, and you guys definitely gave me some recommendations that I am going to look into. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!